If you wake up every morning with stiff knees, hips that feel locked in place, and that uncomfortable grinding sound when you walk, you are not alone. It feels like your body is slowly rusting. But just imagine stepping out of bed with ease, walking around, and playing with your grandkids without that constant, achy reminder of your age. In this video, we are going to explore 4 everyday foods that act as a structural support kit for your joints. We will count them down, saving the absolute #1 food for the very end. A surprising, nutrient-dense breakthrough that provides the exact minerals your body needs to weave collagen into strong, steel-like ropes. But before we look at these foods, you need to understand why your joints are wearing out in the first place. It all comes down to a hidden superglue your body is losing right now. That hidden superglue is a structural protein called collagen. During your 20s and 30s, your body produced a massive, continuous supply of it. This biological glue is what keeps the cartilage inside your knees and hips thick, rubbery, and highly shock absorbent. It is the physical cushion that prevents your heavy bones from grinding directly against one another when you walk or bend down. However, as you cross the age of 50, your body's natural collagen production drops significantly. That vital cushion becomes thinner, drier, and far more fragile. But simply getting older is only half of the equation. The real destruction comes from chronic, low-grade inflammation inside the joint capsule itself. This ongoing inflammation triggers the release of specific destructive enzymes. I want you to picture these enzymes as thousands of tiny scissors. Right now, they are constantly roaming around inside your joints, indiscriminately cutting up and shredding whatever healthy collagen fibers you have left. But it gets worse. Your joint capsule and the surrounding blood vessels rely on this same collagen to stay tightly sealed. When those tiny scissors shred your collagen, the structural walls stretch out and become loose. This structural breakdown causes fluid to leak out of your tissues and pool into your lower legs, leaving your knees and ankles trapped in a painful, swollen balloon. So, if you want to actually comfort a stiff, grinding joint and get back to moving freely, simply ignoring the pain is not going to work. Your daily routine must achieve 2 distinct mechanical goals. First, you have to help slow down those tiny scissors from cutting. And second, you must supply your body with the exact raw materials needed to pour fresh glue back into those gaps. To help buffer against those tiny scissors and support the natural maintenance of your cartilage, we start with food number 4, fresh garlic. Garlic is incredible for your joints because it is packed with organic sulfur, which is a foundational mineral your body requires to actually build and maintain the structure of your cartilage. But its most critical defense mechanism comes from a powerful compound called allicin. When allicin enters your system, it acts almost like a natural off switch for localized joint inflammation. By actively calming down the overactive immune response in your knees and hips, garlic effectively disarms those destructive enzymes. It acts as a natural shield, helping to protect your existing cartilage from excessive wear and tear. But to get this protective barrier to work, you have to follow one strict rule in your kitchen. You must crush or chop your fresh garlic and let it sit flat on the cutting board for 10 full minutes before you apply any heat or cook with it. This brief exposure to oxygen is what triggers the chemical reaction needed to fully release the allicin. If you throw a whole clove straight into a hot pan, the heat destroys the enzyme immediately, and you lose those joint protecting benefits. Once we have built up that natural defense, the next step is delivering the raw supportive materials directly into your joints. And that brings us to food number 3, real bone broth. Now, I am not talking about the standard thin stock you buy in a cardboard carton at the grocery store. Traditionally, real bone broth needs to be simmered on a stove for 12 to 24 hours. But let's be practical. Leaving a stove running all day is not always safe or convenient. You can get the exact same results in just a couple of hours by using an instant pot. The intense heat and pressure physically break down the animal connective tissue, providing you with a highly absorbable, direct source of type 2 collagen, along with specific amino acids like glycine and proline. You can think of these amino acids as prefabricated bricks because they are already broken down by the cooking process. Your digestive system does not have to work hard to process them. Your body can simply absorb these ready-made bricks and transport them straight to your knees and hips to patch up the thinning cartilage. As an added benefit, the natural gelatin found in real bone broth coats and soothes your stomach lining. A healthy, calm digestive tract is essential because it naturally lowers systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. Your goal should be to drink 1 warm mug of this broth every day. And here is a highly effective kitchen tip for when you make this at home. Always add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the water before you lock the lid on your Instant Pot. The mild acid from the vinegar physically pulls the deep minerals and collagen right out of the bones and directly into your broth, making it a much richer, joint-nourishing superfood. To keep pouring that biological glue back into your joints day after day, your body requires a steady, highly digestible source of protein. That brings us to food number 2, egg whites. As we get older, our digestive system naturally slows down. Eating a heavy steak or dense red meat can be tough on the stomach. Here is the physical reality. If your body is struggling just to digest the food, it cannot efficiently extract the amino acids needed to help rejuvenate your joints. Egg whites bypass this problem brilliantly because they have an incredibly high bioavailability. This means they provide a concentrated dose of the exact amino acids your cartilage needs, specifically proline and glycine, but in a form that requires almost zero effort for an aging digestive system to process. These nutrients enter your bloodstream quickly and are delivered directly to the cells responsible for rebuilding your joint cushion. Try to include 2 to 3 egg whites in your daily routine. And while we are focusing on the whites for their collagen building properties, please do not throw away the yolks. Eating the whole egg is actually highly beneficial. The yolk contains a rich amount of vitamin D, which provides the structural foundation for your bones. Remember, a thick layer of healthy cartilage does not mean much if the actual bone underneath it is weak. Now we have reached our number 1 food, which is the most important piece of your structural support kit. Up to this point, we have used egg whites and bone broth to supply the raw building blocks, but simply having loose collagen molecules floating around in your system is not enough to truly soothe and support a grinding knee. It is like having a pile of single threads, but no actual rope. It cannot support any weight. You need a way to weave those threads together. That is why our top spot belongs to a very specific, equal combination of 2 everyday items: pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. The secret behind this combination is a precise mineral synergy. You are getting zinc from the pumpkin seeds and, crucially, copper from the sunflower seeds. To turn those loose collagen molecules into tough, resilient cartilage, your body relies on a highly specialized enzyme called lysyl oxidase. This enzyme has one specific job. It physically weaves those individual, frail collagen strands together. It cross-links them into thick, durable, steel-like ropes that can comfortably support your body weight when you stand up, climb the stairs, or walk across the room. But here is the biological catch. That weaving enzyme is completely dependent on copper to turn on and function. If you do not have enough copper and zinc working together in your daily diet, the collagen your body tries to produce remains loose, weak, and easily frays under pressure. To put this science to work, you do not need to do any cooking. Simply mix equal parts of pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds in a jar. Make sure you buy them raw and unsalted, so you are not adding unnecessary sodium to your diet. Your target amount is just 1/4 cup, about a small handful every single day. You can enjoy them as a simple afternoon snack, or sprinkle them directly over your salad to give your body the exact tools it needs to finally tie everything together. Organizing these 4 foods into a simple, hassle-free daily routine is incredibly straightforward. In the morning, you can easily have a couple of eggs and sprinkle your handful of the pumpkin and sunflower seed mix right over your oatmeal. In the evening, you can enjoy a warm mug of your pressure-cooked bone broth. And make sure you cook your dinner using that 10-minute activated garlic. However, you do not need to overhaul your entire life or change your entire diet overnight. Just pick 1 or 2 of these targeted foods and commit to adding them to your routine consistently over the next week. Science gives us the blueprint, but your practical, real-world results are what matter most. Let's start right now. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these foods are you adding to your grocery list tonight? If this straightforward, science-backed approach to maintaining your body makes sense to you, please hit the like button to save this information and subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next natural recovery guide. Take care of your joints, and I will see you in the next video.